You could be doing this in a worse looking place. We're just missing winter. Should really have a lot of snow this time of year, but we're not complaining. Look at those snow covered mountains. Oh, that's a good zoom. Nice and stable. Welcome to northern Sweden, Altajärvi. Me and Sebastian are here to try and rescue an old Mark II Volkswagen Golf that's been sitting for ages. It's sunk into the ground. It's got a spare that's even worse. We don't know the condition of the floors and all that stuff, but it's got the right color. It's got a good tan color. Yeah, so we're gonna try and race it up today, get some better tires with some air on there, and get some wooden blocks to fill out the holes where it's been sitting. That's the first thing. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse for all you guys to watch, and then when it's back up in the air on some good tires, we'll be back. Alright guys, have a look at this side. This one was the worst. It's on a spare, and I mean, is the camera picking up how deep in the ground it was? More than half of the wheel was underground. So it's been halfway underground for 18 years and it's spinning freely. Maybe there's no brake caliper on there at all. Yep, that's the update. Look at that. That one's still a little bit down, but all four wheels roll. It's not gonna be a problem.
Well, oh, what a feeling that burns down low when you ain't got nowhere to turn or...
Do we have the right key? Come on. It looks like an old Volkswagen key. So... Fan, inte rätt nyckel. Trist. Alltså, inte bara trist.
Jaha. Men det gick inte i låsa heller.
Nej. Så det blir ju inte lätt.
Nej.
Nej, jag öppnar ett dragprov.
Så där.
För att det är mycket starkare.
Ja. Ändå. Succé.
Va?
Succé.
Jävlar. Samla bare likle. Brukar vi inte ha det så. Nej. Oh, it wasn't. The conditions weren't very good for filming. Holy shit! It got late. It got tricky. We didn't have the key for the wheels. Got it done there. The snow did kind of help. We could move it around sideways by pushing it. But man, this was a tough one. Okay. How good was that? Perfect aim. Remember, there's no key, so there's no steering. But we ordered the part yesterday. The ignition barrel and the ignition switch. So, in a perfect world, we would have a thawing time lapse right about now, but we gotta go to work again. Oh, first thing fixed. Basically a new car. So that's the car finally pulled into the garage, and it's been a while since that day when you saw us pull it out of its resting place out in Altajärvi, where I have seen this car sitting for around 6 to 8 years, always thinking it could be a cool project. But we finally got in touch with the owner when Sebe wanted an old car, and we ended up getting this thing for free. The day we came out there, we had a look around, and the things we could see straight away is the generator wasn't mounted, the bracket was off the engine, and the whole water pump was missing. That's what we knew about the car. We got it for free, and we've had it in here, had a chance to work on it, see what works and what doesn't, and this is how that went. Another quick little session before work, and what we need to do now to be able to steer the car and to really try any of the electrics out. We're gonna remove the panels, the plastic panels around here and the steering wheel to get to the ignition barrel, which we're gonna have to drill out in a way very specific to these models. So what we need to do is get this top panel off. Åh Sebbe, nu är det djupdykning. Getting into it. Getting into it. So that's the hole drilled. A punch to try and get it out. Oh! Oh, the satisfaction. Oh. Small. Oh, baby steps. Okay, this battery's been here for 18 years, so we're definitely gonna need to charge it. Which of course is gonna bring it back to life straight away and then give us another 10 years of service. It's a decent battery, just to see if anything works, but let's see if we get any kind of life or a fire. Electric fire. But the hazard line. Höger fram och höger bak. Ja. Jag tror inte det behövs. Älskar när det bara är här varje gång jag kommer in. Old school! High five! Ja. Vad är känslan då? Ska flytta på den. Här nere kommer vi se någon jävla markering.
Ja, det är det. Zero marks, top dead center.
Size 11 socket. So there's four bolts holding the pulley for the water pump and the generator and stuff. We got 3 of the bolts loose, but the 4th one is being a little stubborn bitch. Impact driver. This is the last option before we have to cut the head off the bolt. That's the 6mm hex wrench that we needed. Welded straight into the bolt. Holy moly, that was the last option. All right, hopefully everything is in line. Diesel pump is locked into place with a socket. Cam belt, camshaft is locked with a wrench, and then we got the timing marks on the flywheel for the crank. We pulled the timing belt out, double checked all the timing points. And when we got this car, it didn't have a key, so the whole ignition barrel is new. We haven't tried anything out, but now we plugged the battery in. We unplugged the incoming fuel, so this is basically to see if it cranks. We don't even know. Okay, first cranking it. We got the battery out. That other one was kind of low, so hopefully that's it. No, nothing. I think we left off with us trying to turn the key and nothing happening. A bit of clicking in here, which is also good for the diesel solenoid, the cutoff. But no starter, and still no starter. But if we use a cheater switch, she turns over. So I'm priming. We're just using a bottle to get a little bit of pressure. The fuel pump should be able to suck it up from the tank anyways, but not with air in the system. It's never gonna pull the diesel through. So we're just gonna see if we get anything out to the injectors.
Det kom från alla.
Det kommer från alla? Ja, okej. Ja. Okej, dra igen dem då. Alltså det gick jättebra, men du började spruta olja överallt.
It woke up, came back to life. So now, and it started spraying oil as well. So now it's worth replacing the valve cover seal, cleaning it up nice and thorough. So guys, don't worry if a little bit of this gunk might end up in the engine, because we didn't replace the oil, or actually we kind of did. Sebbe got the old oil out of his dad's Hilux when he was doing the yearly service. So we just took the oil from the Hilux and dumped it into this engine. So yeah, I mean, probably good enough for a will it run. Alright, this is a dramatic reenactment of what Sebbe did yesterday, working on the injection pump, which had a leaking gasket right here. We ordered hopefully the correct gasket. So I did clean this out using a vacuum cleaner and a bit of brake clean, and then flushing it out with some WD-40, a little bit of motor oil as lubricant. Can't hurt anything, but someone in the comments will say it can, I'm sure. Alright, so that's the new gasket in place. Alright, we're all loaded up with the spare engine. We mainly got it for spare parts, like starter motor and, like I said earlier, water pump. But I mean, this is a good engine according to the guy who sold it. It was in his car. We managed to remove the old water pump from the spare engine. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna flush the water pump, because it's full of yucky stuff. A little bit of a clean behind the water pump and the generator bracket while we have it off. We cut up one of these bolts to clean the threads on the block. So hopefully that makes it easier. New diesel filter. Always prime it. We're gonna fill it up until it's completely full. As little air as possible in that diesel engine, or you're gonna have a bad time. We removed this old crusty cover for the fuel sender, and looks like it hasn't done its job. Look at that. So what we're trying to do now is open this up and check if we can see the condition of the tank. So the tank is as empty as we're gonna get it with that pump, which worked surprisingly well. And we got this fuel sender out, and overall it looks super clean. We tested the resistance on these prongs up here, and it seems to be working. But then down at the bottom you got this little hole where the pump sucks the fuel up, and inside here you have a mesh screen. It's like a first filter, and yeah, look at this stuff. That's some dinosaur down in there. So the plan now is fill it up so we've got diesel in the tank. And we did try and scrape the bottom of the tank to see if it was really gunky. Looked pretty clean. We can't do much more without taking the tank out.
but it did look good. We cleaned that little mesh filter that you saw at the bottom, and Sebbe put a new filter on there under the hood, and we're gonna fill it up, then we're gonna prime it again through the fuel lines, and then it's time to try and start it and run it off the tank. First time. Okay, so starting it worked great. It ran off fuel from the tank, but we did find another little leak, which is coming from this side of the pump. So basically behind that big bolt in the center, there's an O-ring, and it seems pretty common that they go bad and start leaking. But the fix today is hopefully to scribe a little mark so we know exactly where it goes back together, because this has to do with the injection and the timing, or I'm not sure, some of the black magic that goes on in there. So hopefully this is strong enough. Okay, that's the little mark on the casing and on the bolt.
Come on. Yes!
Woo! Okay, maybe I was in the way, or it was out of focus, but we got it loose. These orange seals are like the stock seals, and this is so brittle. We got to borrow this good set of O-rings from our friend Niklas. Thank you, Niklas. We ended up going with a 15mm one and stretching it over there, because the bigger ones just weren't the right thickness. So now we're gonna line up these marks, and honestly they look pretty close straight away. We'll see if it leaks, we'll see if it holds. Okay, one more try. Luft i systemet säkert. There we go. Quick update. We're putting the generator back on. The wires were super bad shape, so we've done a DIY solution down there. We're gonna try and see if it charges. And Sebbe is putting the pulley back on the crank. The one we had to weld the bolts to get it off of there. So now we're putting it on there with some fresh new ones. Yeah, it's charging, hell yeah! Alright, we're doing this like 5 minutes before we need to go to work, both of us, and there's a big tractor plowing the snow on the street. Turns out we don't have first gear. I mean, we can't get to first gear. It's either worn or it needs adjusting. We'll find out later, but second gear works for now. Check out the trophy from removing the crank pulley. Sitting on a plastic stool. Alright, this is basically the end of this video. We got it running good enough to take it round the block. With still a few little things to fix. We'll try and film it. The little stuff like the oil and the coolant might not make it in there, but what we're gonna do with this thing is get it inspected, ready for the road, and then the next video will mainly be all the good stuff, all the fun stuff like cleaning, polishing, maybe even some wheels and tires.